Grab your tea and relax, everyone. Dr. Dabala here. For those of you new to my channel, I'm a junior doctor working in London, and this is a short day in my life vlog. Today I'll capture one of my first days as a senior house officer SHO, which is the next rung up in the NHS medical careers ladder after completing Foundation Year 1 training. For the next few days I'll have my induction and training for my new job as a Year 2 trainee in Genito-Urinary Medicine, GUM, a 4-month-long placement in a sexual health clinic. I'm not entirely sure what to expect, considering I've spent the last year working in hospital medicine over COVID as a hashtag class of 2020 doctor, a very character building experience. All that sounds cool, but I actually learned just yesterday that this department wasn't expecting me. Yeah. The GUM department that used to be attached to the hospital I'm at this year has been moved to a clinic in central London. I managed to speak to a very friendly consultant who is now supervising me. I asked him to please not cancel this placement as I've been looking forward to it and I probably need it more than it needs me. Thanks to his help and organisation, I've been invited to a few days of introductory lectures this week. The last time I properly covered this specialised topic was 4th year of medical school, and I'm so glad we're having this training today to brush up on this knowledge. I'm all for doing what's comfortable for me, but I also push myself when needed. Despite London wage as a doctor, commuting gets hella expensive. That, together with my need to keep fit, I decided I wanted to incorporate exercise into my routine and therefore picked this beauty up yesterday. Now back to today. In pursuit of trying to be on time this morning, I missed my morning dose of caffeine. However, thanks to the ginormous truck starting up behind me at the traffic lights, I have a massive adrenaline rush that wakes me up. This highlights to me that London drivers are a little crazy and that I'm a noob. I therefore stop cycling and continue my journey on the train and then cycle for 5 minutes on the sunny Thursday morning. Oh wait, can't forget the camera. I sit through some engaging lectures recapping sexual health topics from medical school. I take a bunch of notes on my iPad until it dies, after which I use a fancy but messy pen to handwrite notes I'll probably never look back at. We split off into 2 groups to get coffee. As I'm familiar with this area, I take my new pals through to Whitechapel Market, where I will sell an arm and leg to afford a mocha and a muffin at one of my favourite coffee bars in town. My colleagues are impressed, and I learn from them that the 9-to-5 nature of this placement, which I once thought was a rumour, is actually legitimate, and it will allow me to enjoy a nice life compared to the hectic rota of a hospital job. I'm so happy about this that I instantly regrow my arm and leg. At lunch, unfortunately, none of my colleagues want to come with me to Whitechapel Fried Chicken. Of the 2 of us that are not keen on Greg's, one of us suggests that a cheeky Nando's is what we need, and so that's where we go. We bond over the fact that small talk isn't our vibe, and we end up having a meaningful conversation about introversion in a world that talks endlessly. I feel pretty confident on this topic matter, drawing knowledge from one of 10 books I've read in my lifetime, and I think I made a good impression. We run out of time for dessert, so on the way back, I recycle a cool did you know fact: why desserts are very important. Let's illustrate this graphically with time on the x-axis and sugar energy levels on the y. When you've just had a big carb-heavy meal, it takes a bit of time for these sugars to be released into your body. Now, when you have a dessert, something sugary, you have a sharp spike in your sugar levels. By the time you have a sugar crash from your dessert, the sugars in your main meal have started to be released, and that way you avoid having a dip in your energy levels. Or at least this is a story I've told myself to make dessert more justified. We head back for some more lectures, and unfortunately as we skip dessert, carb overload hits us like a train. A question is asked of the class and we stare back at each other with drooping eyelids. In spite of that, the food coma subsides, and I'm glad we brushed over topics that I hadn't covered in a long time. This really eased my anxieties over starting a job in a highly specialised field. We cover the different methods of contraception and how to help women make decisions about which is best for them. We recap different types of infection that affect genitals of both men and women, including STIs such as chlamydia, gonorrhea, and non-STIs such as bacterial vaginosis, BV, and thrush, candidosis. After work, we put into action our chat about dessert. I take my colleague to a local Indian confectionery called Ambala. We have some more meaningful conversations specifically about workplace bullying. It feels oddly nice and less lonely to hear somebody else's experience. This conversation inspires me. To hear more on this topic, you can hit the link at the top of this video. Just as we set off to cycle around East London, it starts to rain. Oh no, I'm scared. and excited and nervous all at the same time. Carpe diem! When I get home, I'm still buzzing about the fact that I'll be having a 9-to-5 job for a few months, which is a much more forgiving schedule compared to my previous jobs in respiratory medicine, surgery, and geriatrics. This will fundamentally change the time that I dedicate to pursuing my hobbies, and it will allow me to also relax more meaningfully. At home, I unleash some of my energy by attempting to learn riffs from old school R&B. Here's my progress. Oh wait, I changed my mind. I also imagine myself in a music video that's difficult to convey in words, so I'll just show you over the next 30 seconds.
But now I just don't know, where did all your feelings go? I thought we were taking it slowly, I thought you were waiting on me, yeah. Just like that, you turn your back, I do everything you ask of me.
I spent some of my evening editing photographs from a black tie dinner for a doctor's mess ball, which I shot over the weekend. After reply to a few work-related emails and WhatsApp messages, I edit each photograph individually, adjusting the parameters to ensure quality at Umama Tavala Photography. It appears as though I've taken a lot of photos because, believe it or not, I have. Oops, looks like we've gone too far back now, back to when Oxbridge College Mabels were a thing. If you would like to check out my work, head over to my Facebook page, which I'll link here and also in the description below. I also have a request from a colleague about videography for a project that he's working on. I therefore sit on a phone with him taking notes and brainstorming ideas for this project, after which I decide that this is something that I'm happy to work on in the next few weeks. For an update about the behind the scenes of this, make sure you have hit the notification bell below. Overall, I'm feeling excited about my new 9-to-5 job in sexual health. I'd love to share more of this with you, so make sure you've hit the subscribe button below if you'd like to see more on this. If you have any specific questions about my job, then please do comment them below. Hit the like button if you like this mini vlog, and if you'd like to see more similar content, then I've attached some videos around here which you can watch. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Mwah.